What's going on, guys? Ryan with Jedha Patrol back with another video. Today, unboxing the long-awaited Rey Skywalker. Let's get started. That's right, guys. Ryan back with another video today. Rey and Dio are finally here. It's been it's been a very long time. And I'm actually excited about this. There's been so much controversy with this particular figure. The head sculpt, is it good? Is it bad? It was like the promo photos from way back when were absolutely just awful. And then they absolutely knocked it out of the park with the Kylo Ren. And how well did they do on this one? We need to find out. But first, I guess we should actually unbox it. All right, so here we go, guys. We have the box. Yes, and I did go with a dark background for this one. I thought I'd change it up a little bit and have some fun. And who knows, maybe we'll do more of these in the future. I don't know. But here we go. We've got the box. Rey right here looking fantastic. The pose on the hands, not my favorite, especially this one. Like this one right here. Anybody who's photographed people, no, you don't photograph, especially females, knows you don't photograph hands flat to the camera like that because then it looks like you got man hands. Nobody likes that, but that's what they did. So that's a weird, I don't know, the photographer in me goes, like that's crazy. Anyways, we got Rey, we got Dio, we got a lightsaber, which we knew we were getting, and we're obviously going to have another lightsaber, which we thought we should get, but it actually turns out we do. But this is MMS 559, Rey and Dio, looking fantastic. Normal Star Wars box, we get a little cutout going right there on the back. We get this, which we saw with Kylo as well. They did some artwork. That's a great looking photo. Like, well done. I can't, like, that's a good photo. That looks like Daisy Ridley. Now, there's so much controversy going on with this box and the figure, not the box, but it's kind of crazy, right? It's kind of crazy. So normal Star Wars box, whatever, and there you go. So we're not here to look at a box. I actually have the clamshell. Everybody's excited to look at clamshells. All right, so I've actually done a little bit of legwork. I took all the plastic bits off, and I actually assembled Dio because, I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. But we do have some accessories which we did not know we were getting, which are right here in these gold sabers, which look fantastic. The little wrap there that goes on the sabers, the satchel. We kind of knew about those, but this is what we're here for. Let's take a look at just all the stuff it comes with. So obviously we're going to get everything here. We got Dio. We've got our practice blast shield helmet thing going on here, practice droid. We've got just so much stuff. This is a great release. Just accessories wise, it's a great release. So let's get all this stuff out of here and then see what all it comes with. All right, so we got everything out of the box, and again, it comes with a ton of accessories. I'm pretty happy with this. Just off the bat, I like accessories. It's pretty cool stuff. We're definitely going to get into the figure. First off, I think I want to show you Dio because honestly, this is actually a pretty cool little piece. So there's the detail on it. Now, one of the things, the reason I put this together, because as I was like removing the plastic, I was like, these things are going to be a pain in the butt to install. And yes, they were. There are 3 individual antennae you got to install on this piece, and they go in specific spots. There's different keys for each antenna, and they weren't the easiest, and I was afraid I was going to break it because you were having to get some decent amount of pressure to get that stuck in there properly so it doesn't fall out, but you don't, it's just a weird thing. So there's that. Be careful with that. I ended up using some needle nose pliers, like really loosely down at the base, and trying to just guide that in there. And that's just how I did it without trying to break the thing. But Dio looks fantastic. Anytime we can get a droid added to the Star Wars universe, that is always a bonus. But this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Love the wash, love the sand look, love like the speckling and the paint, the green. I mean, that's a cool looking droid. Now it is magnetic. It actually has a spot on this base, thankfully, because here it goes right there. So that's how he sticks there. And that's actually nice. You don't have to worry about him falling over. Otherwise, he falls over. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to display mine. I hope I'm not stuck with the base, but I may be able to, finagle some other kind of magnet setup in the near future. So we'll kind of make that happen. But there's Dio. He looks fantastic. I guess I might as well go ahead and show you the base. It's a sand base, which makes total sense. There's Rey. It does not say Rey Skywalker. It just says Rey. And there's no like feet things. It's just a normal, like there's a sticker on top, and they actually painted it, the mid top section, that sand color, which is kind of nice, but there's no feet. So proof they can do it when they want to. So there's that. This is actually pretty cool too. This is a waist grabber. We see this with sideshow figures from way back in the day. And this is a nice piece. I like this. And I like that they actually put white tips on it, so it actually doesn't, you know, stand out. So I think that's a pretty nice, that's actually thoughtful. So I'm actually appreciative of that, which means we're not going to be doing any crazy flight poses because we don't have a dynamic stand, at least included in the box. Doesn't mean we can't, because you know how we do it here. So there's that. We do have the blast helmet, the practice helmet. This thing is, again, beautifully painted. Absolutely gorgeous. The paint apps on this are way beyond my expectations. For such a piece like this, it's actually awesome. So you got some like chromish type metallic paint going on there. Most of the paint is flat. Hope that's coming across on camera. Definitely dirty. It's not high gloss except for like the metallic bits. You can probably see the difference in reflection there. But this is great. So this back piece actually pops off, and see if I can show you that without breaking this thing on camera. There we go. So that back piece pops off, so you can actually get it around the head. So that's how you do that. It did take me a little bit of force to get that off the first time, but after that, it's not terrible. You just got to make sure you don't want to break it. Let's see if I can't put it back on there without breaking it right now. So it's got 2 keys, and the survey says, there we go. We've got it booked back together. So that's not too bad. There's a loud, ridiculous Mustang outside going crazy, but it is what it is. This guy's got like a GT 500 Shelby thing that he likes to rev up, so you can hear that. But here we go. This thing is beautiful. Check this thing out. That is great. So the helmet does flip up, the blast shield flips up, so you can actually see her portrait on the inside, so that's pretty nice. And there goes the Mustang, and he is still revving up his engine. Thank you, fella. Anyways, living in a neighborhood, let me tell you what, that's kind of, you know what I mean? That's just kind of annoying. But here it goes. I really like this. I think this is a cool piece. Here's the other side of it. The inside of it does have some padding, so you don't actually damage the portrait. However, you know what? I've noticed some couple things on other figures where they've had this, and this actually, the padding actually starts staining the portrait. So, you know, as much as I like this, I don't know, you don't want to be wiggling it around on the actual portrait because you're going to possibly mess up the paint on the portrait. So there's that. We do have this practice drone. This thing is freaking beautiful too. This one's not as well painted as that one, but it's really well done for what it is. And it comes with this clear acrylic stand, so you can actually go right there. It's actually a pretty nice piece. So yeah, we probably will use this at some point. It's another tool in our arsenal for posing. Definitely like that. Next up, we've got her staff. This is also very well done. I like this one a little better than the previous version we had with the Force Awakens staff. I like this one quite a bit. It's actually very nicely done. It's darker in color. I like these like copper elements they put on the rings there. Those are very nice. And it's just really well done. I really quite like, and I love the fact that she actually uses this thing because it's so much fun to pose with, and she looks awesome carrying it. She's a scavenger, and it just looks great. So I'm a big fan of this. It does not come apart, so don't try to do that. You really don't need to. Her hands and everything fit on it just fine. No issues are there. These are just sculpted in. These are not fabric. The only fabric piece is actually right here, but it is nicely sculpted. It is nicely painted. In fact, I have the other one right here. See if I can get this out of the other Rey's hand. If anybody is curious about the differences, this is the one from The Force Awakens. Here's the new one. And this one's considerably darker and honestly, and shorter. Like there's the difference. Like here we go. So yeah, here we go. Force Awakens, Rise of Skywalker, it got shorter. And that's probably going to make posing easier, actually. Get you out of here. That's a nice piece. I do dig that. We get her blaster she got from Han in the Force Awakens film. Just pretty much the same as the other one. I don't have the other one to compare it to, but it looks very similar. I don't see much reason why they would change this. She does have a holster for this, so that's nice. Thank you, Han. And then we've got... How are we going to get into the meat and potatoes of this? We got our satchel right here. This is a pretty nice piece as well. Nice little strap that goes across. This is that pleathery type material that everybody's afraid of. And yeah, so there's that. But it does have this nice little mesh section going on here. It's got some nice weathering. It looks like it's been out in the desert. And I don't think you're really going to have too much issues with that. But there it is. Sabers. How many sabers do you need? Well, the answer is all of them. So we've got a couple versions of Luke's saber here. So we have just this version, which she can actually hold in her hand. So the only difference between these two is actually the one I've got right here. This one has on the bottom of it, it's got this little clip. You can see it right there. Sorry, there you go. See a little clip that will actually hook onto her belt. And this one does not have that. So that's pretty much the difference between that. Blades are nice, normal Hot Toys blades, no shocker there. But then we get action blade. But this right here, Leia's blade, is awesome. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. The copper colors, the metallic paint, the chrome, everything about this thing is gorgeous. So happy we finally have a Leia hilt. So if you've got some other Leia figures, which if you're a Star Wars collector, you probably do, this is going to be a nice addition to that. No reason you can't have her running around knocking over stuff. Finally, with a Leia saber after all these years. So that's pretty awesome. Alrighty. Next up, the remade Skywalker saber. The Rey's new saber. This thing is cool too. So they just released a new one over at Galaxy's Edge, new version of this. I'm trying to get one of those, so if anybody is out there wants to help a brother out, let me know. But I'd like to have one of those. But this is the new blade she constructed, and it looks great. Very dark paint, except for on the top. You can see like the copper-ish color going on there, and then the wrap. But the rest of it's very dark. There is a little, it's just dark. You do switch out one part. This part right here on the copper side of it, this part pops off. And it did take me a second to get that one off the first time. And you actually just change this out. There's a specific way it's got to go in. And let's see if we can't make that happen. There we go. Not even get that up. There we go. So now this blade's actually opened up. See that right there? It's actually opened up on the top, and then you can actually put in the gold blade, and oh, that looks fantastic. You best believe my Rey is going to be posed with this gold saber most of the time. It's just awesome. We also have the motion effect going here in the gold, and it just looks fantastic. This was an accessory that had to happen, that everybody was hoping was going to happen. And then they delivered it. So again, an epic release from Hot Toys. A bunch of hands. We got two like resting hands going on there. And then we got all these different hands, which we've seen numerous times. There's not a whole lot of paint apps going on here. They're nicely painted, but it's not like an older figure or weathered figure or anything like that. You got two fists right there. You got a fist hand. You've got saber holding hands or weapon holding hands or whatever, staff, whatever you want to do there. And then we got a blaster holding hand right there. So nothing crazy going on in the hands. We do have a pile of them, and there they are. But now we got to get to Rey. This Rey, the controversy. Oh my goodness, the Facebook groups, the Twitter, the Reddits, the Instagram, everybody is up in arms about this portrait. And for the life of me, until you have it in hand, why are you bitching? I mean, honestly, look at this. That is by far the best Daisy Ridley portrait we've gotten so far. If you're expecting Hot Toys to just take Daisy Ridley and shrink it to 6 scale and be 100%, 10 out of 10, 12 out of, actually I think you guys want like 15 out of 10, then it's just an unrealistic expectation. This thing is absolutely not, they knocked it out of the park. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. Say what you want about the expression, if you like the expression or don't like the expression, but the sculpt is on point. It is. I mean, just look at that. That is on point. Now, I do want to be mindful of these little hair things that come down. You don't want to bend those or go crazy with those because they will stay in a particular pose if you get it going the wrong way. The hair bun back here, which is one of the reasons why the helmet has that gap in it. But there it is right there. That's Daisy Ridley, guys. I want to tell you, 100%. I will back this portrait all day long. This thing is gorgeous. Here's her hood, which it does have a small wire in it. Actually, yeah, that's very, very there. But I don't think I'm going to use the hood up. I think that would be not really something I want to do for my posing, but we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, come on. That's just gorgeous. You do have to add this. This does not come on the figure straight out of the box, so you actually got to take the hand off. This wrap comes off, and then you slide that up, put the wrap back on, you're good to go. It's a little finicky because you've got a elbowless or a seamless elbow, seamless arm. But the paint apps on that are beautiful as well. There's no issues with that whatsoever. The coloring on these, look at that, the sand, the dirt. Even here, if this was pure white, it wouldn't look as good. There's slight weathering going on here. There's weathering going on here. Yeah, this is cool. I love the belt pleather work they've got going on here. She's got, if I can get his arm out of the way, she's got her holster here for the blaster, the thigh wrap there. Even down here on this section, you've got some weathering where it's not just perfectly white, and it gets darker as it goes down to the bottom. So that's nice. And then you've got knee pads. There's weathering all throughout here. You can see the different colors in white. Like this is whiter than down here. Yeah, they nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. The boots, even those look good. Look at that. Anybody's curious about the treads? There's your tread. I know people like that kind of thing, but there you go. Definitely got more tread than Kylo. Kylo had nothing. But these boots are very nicely done. Absolutely nailed it. And some people are going to complain about the seamless arms. I don't think so. I think they nailed it. I mean, if you bend it, which I'm going to do, you're going to have a crease there in the elbow, but that's natural looking. It makes total sense why they would do that. If you leave it that way, you're going to have a crease in it. I don't really care about that. If I get in a pose I like, I'm going to leave it there for a while. We'll be good to go. But man, that looks good. Now, I do have the Force Awakens right here, which was, if you guys don't know, if you're new to the channel, was my very first 6-scale figure. So let's compare. It's kind of crazy, but here are the two. So here's Force Awakens Rey. Here's Rise of Skywalker Rey. Skywalker Rey. Yeah, in fact, let me just do this. Let me pop the heads off and make it a little easier. These, I like the Force Awakens Rey very much. But here we are. Boom, here we go. I like the expression on the Rise of Skywalker one better. The paint apps are great on both of them. I don't have an issue with that, either one. But I do think this expression is a little more stern, and it makes a little more sense. This one's a little more surprised looking. And there's, wow, okay, I'm just noticing that. This one's smaller than this one. Like there's a size difference in the actual head between the Rise of Skywalker figure and the Force Awakens figure. This one's actually got a smaller head, so that's interesting. I like both. I do, after seeing these in hand, this new one is definitely the best likeness of Daisy Ridley. Especially like right there, that 3/4. No question, that's awesome. So, let me put this head back on here. We'll kind of get into this. We're going to get into some posing. We're going to have some fun with this thing. So range of motion on the new figure. The neck joint actually had some pretty good play in it. There's a ball joint on the top of the neck, but as you can see right there, the neck moves a good bit. Obviously, the ball joint up here, you can move her head 360 if you want to do that. I don't think I have any issues with that. You're going to have a nice bend here in this elbow if you want. That looks totally natural. Big fan of that. If you don't want that to be creasing or damaged, then obviously leave it as straight as you can for a while. Maybe you want to take some photos and then put it back. Arm-wise, this is what we got going on here underneath. So I don't think we're going to have too much an issue with this. I think we're going to be mindful of that. I don't think we're going to have too much issue with that. That's going to go wherever we want. Ab crunch is going to be able to do pretty much whatever we want to do. Double bend on the knee. I mean, she's a freaking Jedi. Or is she? This right here. Yeah, this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to have a lot of fun posing this thing. So I say we just, we get to it. But before I do, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on this, Rey? Are you picking her up? If you want her, Pop Collectibles has her in stock right now. If you don't want to wait on the, the sideshow batches to show up, you can pick her up from Pop Collectibles. Link down below, or you can pick them up from. Obviously, you can pick her up from sideshow if you want to wait later in the batch. But this right here, love to hear your thoughts before we get into the posing, and then after the posing, let me know if it changed your thoughts. So let's get started. All right, guys, so here we go. We've got our first pose for Rey, and I broke out BB-8 because, like, no brainer there, right? And we've got Dio on there, and I did try to get Dio on this stand, but because he's magnetic, it doesn't really stand up, so I actually have him double-sided Scotch tape is how I've got Dio standing up currently. But these three together, iconic, I think, from the sequel trilogy. Rey is just absolutely fantastic. We'll kind of get in there and get some closer up shots for you guys. But yeah, this is definitely a solid release from Hot Toys on here. I think the portrait is it's good. It's good. I have no issue. Like I said earlier, I think it's the best Rey portrait, Daisy Ridley portrait we've gotten so far, and clearly it's the best one we're going to get. As you can see right there, just come on. All the haters out there, all the doubters, you're basing your opinions on photos and just, I guess, your expectations of perfection for a toy. And, I'm like, I'll call it when I see it. If one's terrible, I'll tell you. This ain't that. This thing right here, I mean, you can see like the detail on the satchel and the tailoring, and just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I wanted to bring out BB-8, so I had to bring out the Force Awakens base so he can not roll around. And BB-8 is awesome, and I've dropped him so many times, and he's still holding up, so that's nice. Yeah. Come on now. Tell me that's not just fantastic. And there's Dio down there. Dio's looking great. He's at home with BB-8, and I hope they give us a lot more droids. I do like filming the droids. I like photographing droids. They're a lot of fun. But I'd think for this first pose, you guys can let me know what your thoughts are. But so far, I am pretty freaking happy with this thing. So let's go ahead and do another one. All right, guys, next pose up, we had to break out Kylo. And the size difference between Rey and Kylo is ridiculous. Look at this. Those two look freaking awesome together. I'm so stoked for this. And say what you will, you guys in the comment section, like, leave the movie out of this, whether you like the film, didn't like the film. Hey, we're here about the figures, so, like, whatever. The figures together are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at Kylo, man. He is just towering figure over Rey. We'll kind of zoom in here for you guys. But if you didn't check out my review on Kylo, go check it out on the channel. I'll try and put a thing up there in the corner or whatever. But they absolutely nailed, 100% nailed the Adam Driver portrait. But look at these two together. Holy crap. Look at that. Come on now. Come on. Absolutely just awesome. These two together just look fantastic. So to say that I'm happy with this release is an understatement. For Rey, did you notice the gold saber? I had to break that out. That was a no-brainer too. Beyond happy with these. Actually, both these figures. I'm really happy with both these figures. When they swing back around here, we'll take a closer look at the saber. But what are you guys thinking so far? How would you pose your Rey? Would you pose her with Kylo? Would you pose her with BB-8? Maybe C-3PO, which I don't own yet, which I totally need. We'll kind of zoom in on Rey, since that's what you guys are here to see. But goodness, guys, come on. There's the hilt. There's the gold saber. Everything about this, absolutely fantastic. Big fan. Man, I'm happy I got this. This is gonna look awesome in the display, and I don't even know where it's gonna go yet. But all right, let's do another one. If you guys are enjoying the posing, you gotta let me know in the comment section. Hit that like button for me. All right, so we know Rey has done some training, so I wanted to test out this helmet. But who is she training with, or what? She has a target practice droid, but nope, she's training with the master herself. There we go. We've got Rey training with Leia, looking freaking awesome. So let's back this thing up, guys. How about this? Like, that's not bad, right? Leia and Rey training together. Obviously, I've got the indoor Leia going on here because I got rid of the General Leia. I wasn't a big fan of that particular figure. But the helmet on this thing is awesome. I mean, Rey will do whatever dynamic poses you want her to do. Don't really have an issue with that. You just got to be careful depending on how brave you are with that silicone arms. But she will do pretty much whatever. I mean, there's the bend in the knee. The boots are, there's no split cut boots, so that kind of sucks. But look at this thing. Dude, come on. Seriously. Rey, Leia. Look at this. Look at this helmet. That thing is awesome. It doesn't want to focus for. There you go. Dude, come on. Look at that. So these two look epic together. Super happy with this. Guys, if you enjoyed these posing sessions, please let me know in the comment section down below. Which pose set, I guess, if you would, which one did you prefer? Did you have a favorite? How would you pose yours? Do you have any plans? And are you going to be picking up this Rey? I would love to hear from you guys on this. I will tell you without a doubt, the best Rey figure we've got to date. 100% hands down, and I love the Force Awakens Rey. It's my, I just really like that figure. I like the BB-8. Dio was awesome. Huge thanks to Hot Toys for giving us the gold saber, the Luke and Leia, the satchel, the wrap, the whole thing. Absolutely awesome. So, yeah, pretty happy with this. Pretty happy with this this release. So we're gonna wrap this video up, guys. I will try and put some more photos and pose and stuff up on Instagram. So follow me at Jedha Patrol on Instagram, and check out Patreon down below if you want to. We're giving away this month the Kylo Ren. That's what we're giving away this month, the Kylo Ren. So you can check that out down below as well. And as always, collect what you like. See you next time.